Welcome to the session 14. Today we are going to discuss some techniques under formula auditing. What is auditing? Auditing is a tool wherein you check your previous workings in order to avoid future mistakes. So we shall look into the auditing techniques. And here there are 2 to 4 auditing techniques which we are going to discuss in detail. So consider this Excel sheet wherein you will be clicking upon formula and you can observe the formula auditing bar under the formula tab. You can see trace precedence, trace dependence and show formula and error checking. We will be also doing one more function under data tab and that is text to column. So let us start the session today. So under formula auditing, the first one being trace precedence. So what are trace precedence and dependence? These help users to identify reference cells used in the formula and functions. Difference between precedence and dependence is that precedence are the cells or ranges that affect the active cell's value and dependence are cells or ranges that are affected by the active cells. So in an Excel bar, you can see formula under the tabs and they are embedded under formula auditing. Let us understand the same now with a example. So I hope you are working with me because you need to click upon the trace precedence. Here you can see for the ease of understanding I have marked in blue as well as I have marked I am showing you on the ribbon bar. They are very much available under formula. So consider this data set. So I have embedded a formula here. So and I have the cumulative total. So if I want to check the precedence, that means the cell ranges which are affecting this result, then it is very simple to do the calculation. Just click upon the trace precedence. You can see how the trace precedence are shown through with the help of the arrow. So that means D15, the results have been arrived from B15 and C15. Similarly, if I click on cumulative total has been arrived from D15. Let us repeat the process in the next cell. So that is D16. You can see the similar results. As I have copied the formula, so the results are similar in nature. And if we do for the next cell, that is D17, the results are the same. And we can remove these arrows too by clicking on the remove arrows. Now we should proceed to our next understanding and that is trace dependence. So what does a trace dependence do? As discussed, trace dependence are cells or ranges that are affected by active cells. So let us understand. So you can see here this cell that is 3016, that is D16 is affected. So the data which is there in D16 affects E16 and the next cell that is E17. Now we shall move to our next topic, and that is to know about show formula. So what is show formula? This is very much available under the formula tab, and it is used to display formulas in cells instead of the results right away. Now this show formula is available under formula tab, and you can see it under the auditing too. And if you want to see a representation, this is how it is represented. Let us understand with the help of an example. Consider the Excel sheet. For the ease of understanding, I have already marked you with a print screen, and here you can see. And now we shall consider this data. In the column D57 and E57, I have already embedded the formula. So before I copy to the next cell, I would like to check the formula is correct by applying the show formula function. So let us understand this. Consider the given example. So you can see the show formula here, which is marked with the arrow, and this is a screenshot, and the same thing is visible on the tab bar. So you can see here that is show formula, and as soon as I click the cover the data, you would have observed that the formulas are visible now. So with the help of the show formula, you can check whether the formulas are correct. If they are correct, then you can copy it to the next cell so that the errors are not carried forward to the next cell. So this is a very important tool if you want to check error in Excel. And this displays all the formulas. So if you want to go back to the previous thing, just click on the same, and you can observe that we have gone back to the same. Let us go to the next function, and that is error checking. So error checking helps users to identify the cells where errors has occurred. It is also available under the same tab, that is formula tab, and it's done easily with the help of just 2 steps. So let us see how to do with the help of an example. And error checking is useful if you have an extremely large spreadsheet with multiple tabs and formulas. If you want to make sure that all these formulas are correct, then error checking helps you to debug if there are any error. And this a very important tool under formula auditing, and a large number of data set can be easily audited with respect to the formula. Consider the example. So for the ease of understanding, error checking is already marked, and we have this data. So right now I already have applied the formula. Let me check the error, and I click on the error checking, and what does it say? There are no errors. So the error checking is complete for the entire sheet. That means there are no errors. Let me change the data and embed a numeral and change the formula here. So if you observe, I am changing the formula only in the second row, and I have not changed any details in with respect to my first row and the third row of the data set. Only the second row has been changed. And click upon error checking. You observe, what does it say? Inconsistent formula. So it is saying, the pop-up says that the formula in this cell differs from the formula in the area of the spreadsheet. Hence, you can see that if you are preparing a data set which is very huge, this error checking helps you to minimize errors. Let us go to the next. And we should discuss now under data toolbar text to columns. Text to column is a very good function available in Excel, and it is used to split a single column of words into multiple columns. Very useful when contents of a cell need to be separated into separate columns. And this can be done in 3 steps. Very useful tool available under data bar. It It is under data tab, and you can use this in 3 steps. So we have to use this in 3 steps. Let us look at the 3 steps one by one. This is the step 1. So as soon as you select the text column, the wizard opens. This is a step 2 where you can select the delimiters. So the delimiters can be used with respect to space or comma. And this is a third step where you can select the data format. Even the date, if you observe, can be selected and it can be separated. And just click finish. And with this, you will get data separated in 3 to 4 columns. Consider this with the example. So I have marked here for the ease of understanding text column. So click on data, select the text column. So before that, in my data set, if you observe, I have names which have to be separated into 3 columns. So keep the next 2 columns empty or prepare a column so that it can be spaced out. You have to prepare the columns and then cover the data. After then select the text column. My step 1, the wizard opens, delimited. Click on next. My step 2, check on space because I want it in 3 different columns. So click on space. Next step, I can select the format. So this is a general format. So I will click and go with the general format. You can also go with the text format or date format. So depends on your data set, and finish. And it's asking me, is it ready? Can I replace it? Yes. So if you observe, the name has been segregated into 3 different columns. You will appreciate this text column when we start doing VLOOKUP. Because when we have to do VLOOKUP, if the data in the main file and the data in the corresponding file is not matching, then we need to apply text column in order to bring the homogeneity in the data. Hence, dear students, this is all for today. So if you observe, we have learned a lot today under data auditing. So we shall meet again in next session. Thank you very much. Take care.